Good morning, my friends, and welcome back. We have ourselves a beautiful sunny morning this morning, which is a welcomed relief, even though it is still very chilly outside. We have been going through quite the cold spurt. It's currently negative 17 out right now, which is a bit chilly, but with the sunshine, it makes it a little bit more bearable. I'm actually on the way home right now from dropping Zoe off at school, so I'm hoping to get a few things done around the house and have some time today later on to work on some items at my craft desk. So I want to be bringing you along today as I work around the house, so I hope you guys will enjoy today's video. The babies were slow to get out of bed this morning. Normally they've been up for a few hours at this point, so the first order of business is to get them some breakfast, which they are patiently awaiting. They normally get canned food in the morning and they absolutely love it. This is something I just started doing probably within the last month or so, and they find that it is quite the little treat. I actually slept in a little bit later than normal today and then gave myself a very lazy morning, so I'm a little behind on what I normally get done. The first thing I normally start on in the morning is cleaning up the kitchen and putting away the dishes that I'd washed the previous night right after dinner time. So that is what I'm going to start out with doing this morning. Once I have those dishes put away, I'll clean up the counters a little bit and gather up all of the dishes and random things that have shown up overnight while I've been sleeping. Always seems to be a few things, so I'll get those prepared to give a quick little hand washing too. Once the counters are cleaned up, I try to remember to fill the dog's water bowl with clean water before they run out for the day. I have found that if I have a designated water bowl filling pitcher sitting on the counter, I don't forget to do it every morning. So I found this adorable coffee craft at the thrift store. It is the perfect size and I love that it's vintage and I get to use it every single day. Another thing I need to do every morning is pick up the dog toys that seem to accumulate all over the kitchen floor. If I don't get them picked up, the whole bin will be in my kitchen before you know it. I am on a hand washing kick lately. I find this chore to be so relaxing and I love doing it first thing in the morning. And while I am washing dishes or cleaning up the kitchen, I'm normally listening to a favorite show. Right now I'm in the middle of watching Criminal Minds. I've been binge watching it for quite a while. Netflix has a whole bunch of different seasons and I'm about halfway through, and I just put my phone on this lovely stand that I found at the thrift store and it works out so perfectly as I work around the kitchen. And since I'm talking about stands for my phone, let me show you what I found on Amazon a while back. I love this stand. What I love about it is the section that holds the phone, you can move to different angles, which is so nice. So depending on what I'm using it for, if I'm recording something, if I'm on a Zoom call, if I'm using it to watch a movie on, I can adjust the angle to, my view, and it is awesome. Plus, you can have an area at the bottom that is open, so you can actually have your phone on the charger while you're using it, and it's not like all wonky and stuff like that. So I absolutely love this thing. It is sturdy enough to hold both my phone and my tablet. I have found it to be a great little gadget that has really helped my life run a little bit more smoothly. So I will link it down below if I can find the link for you. What I actually should do is buy myself a few more for around the house and give one to everyone in the family because they keep snatching mine if I'm not using it. They are definitely a handy little gadget. I decided to go ahead and clean off my stovetop as well because it was getting, as you can see, quite dirty. Someone made some hash browns last night and it made a big old mess. So this is something I don't have to do on a regular basis, probably every 3 to 4 days. Normally just a quick little wipe down cleans it up well enough on a daily basis. So once I have the grates removed and have removed all of the food particles, I'll go ahead and use a scrubby brush with some Dawn dish detergent on it, and I scrub everything down, which doesn't take long at all, and then I'll use a clean washcloth and wipe it all down until I get all of the soap residue off of it. Now that my kitchen is clean and looking good, I decided I'd sit down at my computer and respond to comments for a half hour or so. I'm a little behind on this. I try to keep up on a daily basis, but it just doesn't always happen. So I'm going to go ahead and use just a little extra time today and see if I can't get caught up. The next item on my to-do list today is to make some baking powder biscuits. I love homemade biscuits. I think they are so delicious, and I like to make them up ahead of time so that I can use them to make breakfast sandwiches for my kids throughout the week. They are quick and easy to make, so it shouldn't take me long at all. I have a vintage cookie cutter that has a scalloped edge on it, and I use that to cut out my biscuits, and I think it's a nice little added touch. Plus, I always think it is so much fun to be able to use some of my vintage kitchen gadgets, which I have found throughout the years. About 12 minutes later, I have myself a nice little batch of homemade biscuits. Oh my goodness, they look so yummy. A few hours later, after decluttering the house, doing a couple loads of laundry, and running a few errands, I had some time to work down at my craft desk. Today I'm working on sewing together a pillow cover that I'm going to use in my living room for my spring decor. I thought it would be nice to get a little head start on this. I found this gorgeous fabric at Walmart a couple weeks ago. It is by Waverly, and it's like pre-cut fabric. If you haven't checked out the fabric section of Walmart lately, they have a very nice selection of fabrics. And I thought this fabric was just beautiful, and I wanted to use pinks again this year in my living room, so I thought it would work perfectly with a couple other pillowcases that I have already made in the past. A couple days ago, I had the opportunity to sit down here and cut out all the different pieces that I needed for my pillowcases, but I ran out of time to actually sew them together. So that is what I'm going to be doing today. I'm making a simple envelope style pillow cover, which I have made many times throughout the years, so it doesn't take me very long to actually sew it together. For pillow inserts, I use the ones from IKEA, which I absolutely love. They are down-filled, 20-inch size, and they are awesome, and they are not very expensive at all. I will try to leave a link down below if you're interested. I also have a very detailed tutorial on how to make this particular style of pillow cover on my DIY channel. If you are interested in that, I will link that down below as well. You guys, I am so in love with this fabric. The more I look at it, the more I fall in love. The bold, bright colors are really speaking to me, and that watermelon pink, oh my goodness, it is my new favorite color. This makes me want to decorate for spring like right now. I will probably pair it with something a lot more softer toned pink, but there you go, one pillowcase ready to go. Happily, I have a little bit more time to work on another project today, so I am going to be using some butcher block oil to try to revamp this little adorable bunny cutting board, which I have had in my stash for probably over a year. I've never used it. It is a little dried out looking, a little bleached, so I'm thinking that this butcher block oil will give it some new life. This is another item that I want to use in my spring decor, so it'll be good to have this done and ready for when I actually start decorating. As you can see, I'm just dipping a little piece of towel that I've cut up. It's just a little, probably 4-inch square, dipping that into the oil and then rubbing the oil very generously onto the cutting board. I do have a glove on the hand that I'm using to dip into the oil. That does save my skin from getting oil all over it. But basically, I'm just coating the whole rabbit with a nice coat of the oil. I'll let it sit for about 20 minutes or so, and then I'll give it another coat. It's amazing how much better it's looking already. Alright my friends, that is going to be it for me today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. If you're interested in any of the products that I used in today's video, check out the description box, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye now!